Welcome to this week's Yes with Tamieka and Marisa. This week we're going to talk about keeping up with the Kardashians. Tamieka, how you doing?
You got me mid-swallow.
Ew. How's your cough?
I still got one. Stop asking me so many questions while I'm trying to drink water.
How's your week going?
I'm not drinking no more. I think this topic is good because last week was very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of be a little bit more lighthearted this week.
Somewhat.
I mean, lighthearted in terms of, like, talking about the Kardashians is not, like, life-changing and,
No.
you know.
It can be for someone. I think...
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're not, like, in the military. They're not, fighting.
They're freeing people from jail. They're getting federal pardon.
One person being freed from jail. With the thing I have to mention about that, she did it, and she's not, like, I don't know if she's not giving shine or people are not giving the shine. It's another organization that she partnered with.
Right.
They've been doing all the work all along.
Right.
They have
just posted a few things.
Right. They have a list of people.
And she was able to get to the White House.
Right.
Yeah, and talk to homeboy.
But it's like, to take all the credit, and it's annoying.
I love how she's like, I think I'm going to do, like, what, a year? A word, bitch?
Really?
Okay.
Word? Okay.
All right, bitch.
Meanwhile, and it's like, you're not really giving, I mean, I'm sure she's shouted out the organization she worked with.
She could do a little more.
But it's like, nobody's talking about them. Like, I follow them on Instagram, and they constantly are posting, like, pieces about different inmates that they believe are wrongfully convicted.
Right.
But it's like, she didn't free the woman from jail.
No.
She used her celebrity
to
speak to another celebrity.
Correct.
Who was enamored with
her husband's celebrity. Right.
And through their celebrity,
they
pressed the red button, and somebody was free. Anyway, I've always said this. I think the Kardashians are a marketing machine. Mm-hmm. I've said this before. Obviously reality TV is not reality. I even think that their arguments are contrived. I think everything that they do is contrived. So, I want to talk about the Kardashians and all things that I think they do marketing. Because... Are you a fan?
I'm a fan of the genius. Of them individually, do you really know them based on TV of who they actually are?
No, but most people that are a fan of someone or something don't know them.
I'm a fan of the marketing genius. I think what they did was took a medium and ran with it. And whoever's at the helm of it, which I think a lot of it has to do with Kris Jenner, I think whoever's at the helm of it found something and created something out of nothing. Literally made wine out of water.
What makes her different than any other, family that did the same thing?
Because she found a gap in the system.
What does that mean?
So, reality TV was big, but wasn't as big as, for the marketing aspect, it wasn't as big as it is today. So, when you talk about absolute product placement, when you talk about every week, it's geared towards something. They're either solidifying something marketing-wise, product-wise, industry-wise, or they're leading up to it. They're creating a need based on what they're showing. They're literally a 10-year-long infomercial.
But you have to watch it.
Yeah, but not even if you don't watch it, they're on TMZ, they're on they're on, like pop news, pop culture. They're on People. Wendy Williams talks about them. You can't open Instagram without somebody, you can't do a Discover without finding one of those Kardashians. And think about the formula that they use. They have I don't know, they have a slightly hood chick. They have earthy chick. They have the medium.
Well, break down who each one, because I'd like to know who you consider what and what.
Based on no. But see, now it's vanilla style hood chick. So you could either take Chloe or you could take Kendall. Vanilla style hood chick. It's just enough for that. The teeny boppers who listen to, I don't know what they listen to now, like Little Uzi Vert. And you know what I mean? And be like, they're hood enough for them. And then you have the earthy chick, so you have Courtney. So you have your all natural. Then you have someone who kind of does high fashion and that would be Kendall. And then Kim, I'm not quite sure where you would place her. And then you have, for those, the old ladies, such as myself, you have Kris Jenner. Or you have MJ. And then if you have a guy peeking in, you could look at Scott. You could look at the occasional Kanye visit. Or you could look at whatever, you could look at Jonathan. So if you're a foodie, so you've got the food god going.
It sounds like you're making it fit your narrative of what you think they are, because I don't see them that way.
How do you see them?
But it all depends on how much you're into and paying attention to what they're doing, because I really don't. I mean, like you said, it's one of those things where they come across, even if you're not following them on Insta. I don't follow them on any social media, but somehow or other they come across my page. We're doing a damn podcast about them.
Yeah.
Like you said, Wendy Williams talks about them. I don't watch TMZ or anything like that, but for some way
they're always there.
It's gonna come into my realm of thinking or whatever. But I don't see in terms of where you were laying out which each person is. I think at the end of the day, how you describe each personality is like based on opinion, on your own personal opinion of how you see that person. Because somebody else might see them in different ways.
And that's what's so smart about the marketing.
But I don't know if it's marketing or it's just because, like, what makes them different than the Jacksons of their time? It's just a different type of talent.
It's definitely
every single kid was out there. They made sure everybody and every child in that family had, Janet, we're gonna make you an actress.
Yeah.
Latoya, put your headband on. You're gonna be like the sex symbol.
But see, that's the thing. But if you look at the Jacksons, and by no means will I ever put that talent with the Kardashian Jenner talent. But if you look at it, it was a machine. They looked at the machine and they cultivated each natural talent and made it a little bit bigger. So if you look at Kim wears the most ridiculous outfits, but for some reason everybody's wearing pumps on oversized sweatshirt and
I never seen anybody dressed like her in real life.
Really?
Going to the store, I never see nobody.
Not the Stop and Shop. Yeah,
they might wear it to the club, but in regular, she wears that stuff regular walking to.
Because she's getting photographed.
I know,
you
but
think about it. Every time Kanye comes out with a new season, all of them wear it all the time. Chloe,
yeah, but what is the real impact of that stuff on
marketing?
I'm saying, what is the real impact of the things that they promote on society?
I believe it's a marketing machine. The more you see it, the more. But
what are they selling?
Literally everything. Literally.
I know nothing that they're selling other than the Yeezys. And even then, I don't know anybody that got Yeezys.
So, Kim Kardashian has a beauty line, KKW.
Do you know anybody that wears that?
I don't wear makeup, and I don't really know.
No, but do you
a makeup I don't really ask what makeup brands
I
people
never even
wear.
seen that stuff in the store.
No, you can only buy it through her website. Kylie has her own. I do know some people that wear Kylie lipstick, actually.
Okay.
Well, Kendall's a model, so I think as far as what she sells, it might be a little different. I think Kourtney has a branding deal with Essentia Water because she's always carrying it, but I
never noticed that.
I think she does.
I mean, I never noticed what water she's drinking.
I don't know. You know what? It something clicked. I don't know when, that they're a complete marketing machine, and I just noticed these things. And I think Chloe, obviously she always promotes her brand, but she promotes different things.
Like, is her jean line even doing anything? Is anybody buying? Like, I don't know anybody that has any of this stuff. They're good at promoting the fact that they're promoting something.
Yeah.
But don't nobody know. I don't know nobody that owns any of their stuff.
But maybe we're not the people that are buying their stuff. But see, they're buying it. People are buying it. That's the whole thing. I don't go to Neiman Marcus, and that's where Good American is. And everything else is sold on their website.
I don't know. I mean, I think they're good at marketing them.
They're definitely good at marketing
in terms
themselves.
But it's like I guess at one sense of it is like they are the product, not the products they push.
I
So,
think
for example, Scott Disick can get $100,000 for going to a club and saying 1, 2, yeah, everybody here, throw your hands in the air, and then leave.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not promoting nothing but himself.
This is what I think is so smart about the marketing.
Or they go to Croatia and like the Kardashians here. They just take photos and they got paid to come there.
But literally everything that they're wearing, they got paid to wear, or they got it.
Right, but they're not marketing. They're marketing. They are the product.
They are not. See, this is what's so genius about the marketing campaign. They're the medium. They have now become the medium.
But we don't know what their products are, or nobody wears their There's other people who have their own lines, and you see them in the store. Like I go and I seen Fenty Beauty. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen KKW.
But see, that's what's so smart about it. They sell it on their own website, so they're able to kind of
It's an independent thing.
It's an independent thing, but they're able to cultivate a certain cult following where if you see this is
they can tell us. Yeah, I sold a lot of it, but we don't know for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get to. And you can't have anybody like when you go to Sephora, they're very, very helpful, and they're like, yeah, you know what? This one's the color's really pretty, but it's not as pigmented as you would think. And they might like you get to try it and they might steer you to another direction. A pop-up shop that they have every now and again where it's just that sole product, you're stacking it up against itself. So of course it's going to look great. But Fenty, and this is where I think is so amazing about Fenty, where I find longevity in that brand.
Rihanna's brand, by the way, if you don't know.
Robin Fenty, yes, Rihanna's brand, where I find longevity in that as opposed to like a Kylie Cosmetics or a KKW, is that she's not scared to stack it up against others. And look at and what I find about that is her foundation palette is I think something like 49 different colors, where a Kardashian is probably only 8 and a Kylie I think is like 12, something like that. So the undertones and things like that, where a Fenty is like you will find something for yourself there.
But she's not, and that's my point, is that Rihanna is selling the product where the Kardashians are selling themselves.
See, I think they're selling the medium, which is themselves, is a medium by which you're using to market.
I don't know. We're gonna have to disagree, because I feel like they get paid to be like, Rihanna will get paid to go and actually perform.
Right.
The Kardashians will get paid to just show up, because we don't care who it is, just come.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure, like, who's the least popular out of the KarJenners?
I think and that's the problem. It all depends on what your flavor is.
No, I'm thinking, like, if you can look at social media about following, who people
maybe
see
Kendall.
And I would say Courtney.
Oh.
Regardless, whoever the least popular, quote unquote popular is in the grand scheme of things, and based on social media followers, and I think say it's Courtney. Even somebody would pay her $50,000 to just show up.
Yeah. But see, and this is what I think, she's the medium, and that's why I keep saying she's the medium.
What do you mean? Maybe you got to break that down, because I don't know.
So look at your medium. So you have print, you have television, you have social media. So look, those are different mediums. I believe they have created themselves to be the media by which we use to market. So you have now different avenues of marketing. You can go through television, you can go through radio, you can go through print, or you can go through Kardashian Jenner. And Kardashian Jenner, what they use as far as the marketing will be a little bit of everything, because they're now a medium by which we use to market.
I don't know. I don't think that they rival print and newspaper and TV. I don't think they've gotten to that level where people are like, let's do it the Kardashian way. There are people, but I don't think in the grand scheme of things, like overall speaking, I think when people talk about marketing, I don't think it's like, okay, what did the Kardashian Jenners, what model are they using?
No, and that's why I keep saying that they're now a medium.
Well, if you said that the medium is, you have the print,
Right, but see, that's what I'm saying. You don't go to the newspaper to see what television does the newspaper use? You go to the newspaper to find information.
They are a medium.
They are a medium.
But I don't think people go to the Kardashians to find information.
I think they do. But I think...
What are they finding from them?
And that's what it is. It's a variety. So from them, they can do fashion. They can do, you know how they're constantly posting different information. Like if you look at the show,
you have to follow them.
Yeah, but see this, and this is what I'm talking about. They have become a medium so much and so that other avenues of information and entertainment are now promoting them. So you might not follow them, but they will show up somehow. So it could be something as simple as I don't know, the new lipstick that she uses or the new lip balm that she uses, let's say. That's not, you know, a Kardashian or a KKW or a Kylie brand. If it's a new product that they're using, not only are they promoting it, but now you're going to see, like, it might be on a third page of People magazine, where it's like...
Which is a medium.
Yes.
But they're not a medium.
But they're using them in their medium.
I can see them. Yeah, I see that. I agree with that. Them utilizing various mediums to promote their brand.
But see, but see, this is what I'm saying. I believe that they're a medium, because let's say EOS, right? That's a brand that I know that Kim Kardashian was promoting a while back. So EOS, now she put it on her Instagram, she put it on her Snapchat. But now People magazine has photographed her using an EOS outside of, I don't know, you never see her at Starbucks, but, you know, at some place, right? And now it's like EOS, the product that Kim Kardashian's using. It's not a marketing campaign taken out by EOS. It's just that she was photographed using that product, and now it's in People magazine, and they're talking about it. It's a blurb.
I think where we're butting heads is aligning her with actual mediums. Because you said that, like, you open up People magazine and you see that she's wearing EOS. People magazine is the medium. TV is the medium. Social media is a medium. Blogs and podcasts, those are mediums. You got to go through those to get to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I
see it.
I see what you're saying, but I'm gonna stand firm in that they have become a medium.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't see it that way. If we get some feedback from y'all, and, you know, only respond if you agree with me. I only want people that agree with Tamieka to respond. Anybody else, keep it to yourself. We don't want to know.
What is that? Waste your time elsewhere?
Waste your time elsewhere. Elsewhere. Like the homeboy that posted on our Instagram about domestic violence. Speaking of which, thanks again, Mom, for coming on last week.
That was an amazing show.
You know, it reminded me that there are a lot of people out there that don't give a crap about domestic violence. And not to say that they are abusers themselves, but that's one of the issues, is when you don't stand with something, then it's not going to get the support that it needs. So thank you for doing the show. Anyway, so Kardashians, one of the things I wanted to touch on, you want to keep talking about the marketing?
No, go ahead.
We can still intertwine it together.
Yeah.
The one thing that I think that they have had an impact on is the demasculating of men.
Demasculization
or
of men.
Emasculating. Emasculation. Look that up. Google that, son.
I will.
It seems like every single dude that the women get involved with, there's like an issue. Like yeah. Kendall and what, Tiger? Remember his car kept getting repossessed? He always had he's like trying to keep up with the Kardashians, literally.
But he's still.
You don't hear that no more.
No, I thought didn't he have some issues, financial issues?
I didn't hear anything. The only thing I've ever heard is that Black China's like he don't pay his child support on time.
Demasculinization.
With a D?
Demasculinization. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's always saying he doesn't
she
pay
always
his
got a problem
support.
with somebody with their child support. Bitch,
she
get a job.
She tried to say something about Rob too.
Yeah,
like really,
bitch, get a job.
Yeah.
Like I'm sick of women.
Get a job.
I'm sick of women like making it look really bad for other women that actually have a job and want, support from their man.
Yeah.
There's so many women out there that don't have no job, but they expect the man, like, I need more. Like, why do you need $35,000 a month for child support?
I don't know.
Like, really? How much do you think, like, real talk, I'm not talking about extra stuff, your kids, how much do you think it would cost to take care of them? That you would need from your spouse if you guys were not together?
I don't know. I mean, he would have to, pay half on sports fees?
Are they in sports? Or you gonna sign them up because now they... See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I thought you were saying... you were shaking your head? I thought you were like, yeah, I'm gonna sign them. You know, like, there's some people that do that.
Oh,
like,
no,
I ain't gotta pay
no.
for... All of a sudden, she's in ballet class. Like, bitch, you never took ballet.
No. So he would have to pay, right? And then... But does he pay half or full? I don't know.
No, I think it should be half.
And then... But then, I don't know. That's a really tough... That's tricky because I only have to look at my own situation. My dad paid fucking $20 a month for me and my brother. My mom paid for everything.
It's a different time.
But she was like, you know what? Fuck you and that horse and the little checks that you wrote in on.
Right.
You can't tell me...
He definitely should have paid.
He should have paid more. He should have wanted to pay more.
And I'm not sitting here... got to be clear. I'm not sitting here trying to crap all over men. Or crap all over women. I'm just saying that when somebody is extra with it, like, you know damn well it don't cost you $35,000 to take care of your one son that's 6 years old.
Yeah. But if you want him to stay in the same neighborhood that the dad lives in, that's a different story. That, now
you're asking for more.
Now you're asking for more, yeah.
And then, if it's the school and all this kind of stuff, it's like, okay, well, we got you in private school. I can understand, like, because if somebody's celebrity or famous, they want a special school.
I get it.
For them, but it's like, when you start dwindling the money.
Yeah.
Why can't the spouse or the ex or whoever, male or female, just pay directly to the school?
What's wrong with that? I think that's fine.
I don't know. It just...
Oh, I see what you mean, because, she takes the check and she decides where the check goes. Yeah, no, you're right. I see that.
You know what I mean? It's like, how much
do you... somebody like that.
I don't... Who?
Yeah. The father had to... She would show up at child support hearings with receipts for, like, stupid shit like underwear. Mind you, he paid directly to the school, to the babysitter, to everything.
Right.
And paid her child support. But she was like, I can't afford his underwear. Like, you can't afford this kid's underwear.
You just want to live a certain...
You want to live a certain
lifestyle. That money is not for your lifestyle.
No, it's for the child.
That money is to care for the child. Put food on the table, clothes on his or her back. It's not supposed to be... Like, if you want to do with the extra stuff...
That's
like,
different,
special school and sports and... I mean, I don't know.
And I remember that same person that we're talking about...
that you're talking about, because I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about. The father... was like, here, take a credit card. You can't afford this kid's underwear. Like, you really gonna show up with, like, receipts for underwear, take a credit card, buy him his stuff. This bitch had the nerve to take her kid on vacation and use his credit card to pay for it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so he had to, like, cancel the credit card. He's like, no, that's not what it's for. It's for him. It's not for you to take him. You want to take him? Then you take him, not me. If I want to take him, I'll take him.
That's why, like, so getting back to the Kardashians, this is probably... Like, you never heard anything about support or anything like that coming from Scott Disick, because he on payroll. He is on payroll. Yeah. Think about that. He's the only one that's estranged. Yeah. Not estranged.
Not estranged.
But like.
But he has a good relationship with all of them. Sometimes he doesn't, based on storyline.
He's on the payroll.
Yeah.
But there's nobody else in it other than, like, you're not hearing anything about Black China really no more. No. When it comes to Rob, she's like, oh, I think the last thing she said, we on good terms and you never know what the future holds.
Yeah, like really, bitch, really?
Really? Okay.
I think we do.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But it's like, you hear stuff like that and you're like, I don't know, that whole family, like, let's count them down, okay? From let's try to go from the beginning when the show started, who we remember. Okay. When the show first started, Kim was dating Reggie Bush. Remember? That was her first boyfriend on the show. Okay, yeah. They were FaceTiming each other on the computer and stuff like that. Yes. And then he, like, cheated or something, and then they broke up. Okay. And then his career kind of, like, flaunted. Like, football kind of, like... Yeah. Not that it flaunted, but, like, after... When they were together or when they broke up, And I'm only talking about people from the show started, not Ray J
No.
and all that. But when they were on the show, he ended up having to give back his Heisman Trophy because found out that he was like taking illegal money, not illegal, but with the NCAA, you're not allowed to accept gifts when you're a student athlete. So it's like he went on the show and like let's expose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the first one. Who was in a relationship next? We're kind of.
Oh, I know Chloe was dating a basketball player that cheated on her.
Yeah. Well, which one? Because they all do.
So we're at, I think she's had what, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they all cheated on her,
They
supposedly.
all cheated. Yep.
Okay. Courtney had, Scott Disick, who's on payroll, but then there's Giannis,
Yeah.
who cheated on her.
So they say.
So they say.
But I mean, all you gotta do is look at Scott. We don't even look at Jonas.
No.
Look at Scott.
Right.
He's a mess. His parents died,
Oh.
like back to back.
Yeah.
Like that's.
That's some shit to deal with.
And he's just like he's a raging
Everything.
drug addict,
alcoholic.
Although they just don't want to. Nobody ever wants to say drug addict.
But
like
might as
substance,
well. Yeah.
alcohol, pills, whatever.
Yeah.
So he got that going for him.
Yeah.
It's probably still. And then back to Kim with Chris Humphries.
Yeah. Ew. That was a mess.
That was a mess.
Yeah. That ended.
And then Wendy likes to talk about that when she was with Chris Humphries. Wendy Williams claims that she knew that it was not going to last because Kanye was on one of the episodes, and she was like, Mr. West is in the building.
Oh my god.
Like with the flirtatious.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is she?
Yeah.
It was like one of those things where you're like, wait a second, that was a little too flirtatious. And then he came out with a song about her, and she's still like with Chris Humphries, and he still plays basketball, but it was like,
who?
I don't know.
What team is he on now?
He's been on like 5 different teams since they broke up.
Oh my god. They ruin all of them.
Bad.
There's like something going on over there.
Something in the water. And then Chloe had James Harden and French Montana.
I feel like French
back to back.
French was okay.
Oh, before them though was Lamar.
Oh yeah.
Lamar, that was his friend died from a drug overdose. Lamar with the brothel.
Yeah.
Over ODing.
Yeah.
And when Chloe was with James Harden, she went to Lamar. Remember that episode where Lamar showed up and she was with James Harden?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Drama. I ain't never seen so much drama in one. And then we got Chloe with Tristan, and he out here with you see the latest one? It was like a few weeks ago. He was the 2 girls left before him.
Yeah.
And then he drove off, and then they walked like they were hiding themselves from the camera. And you see the footage? They're like in a corner. Like you're making it obvious. You're stupid. He's got a type.
He's stupid.
He got a type. She's stupid.
Yeah.
We can't always put it on.
Yeah.
She knew. I mean,
listen. You keep them how you get them, though. Like,
but it's not like
dude that's pregnant.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you expect?
That's right.
What do you expect?
We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you keep them how you get them. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that is definitely my motto. I run with that because.
And then I look at Kanye and Kim. Every once in a while, I'm like, they're perfect for each other, which I still stand by. But every once in a while, I'm like, I don't know, man. You keep them how you get them. They were both kind of like, I don't know.
What?
Like, he's like in and out of relationships, and she was always in and out of relationships, and they definitely did things while they were committed to other people. But I don't know.
The biggest one of all would have to be the biggest shocker of all. Who do you think was the biggest male shocker? KarJenner shocker. But you're like, okay, I didn't see that coming. Based on watching the shows.
I didn't think Kylie would be in a committed relationship so fast after Tyga. But then I also want to say,
what's the guy's name she's with? Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Is she with Travis Scott?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I just know his
She's
real
a-
name because she named a kid Stormy Webster.
Stormy Webster.
I don't think his name is Travis Scott, is it?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Um,
But that's not the person I'm thinking of.
no, I think you're thinking of Caitlyn Jenner.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
That you think, was you shocked when it started? I mean, not.
completely. When they started talking about it on TMZ, I'm like, how y'all just be lying on people?
I was like, that ain't even right. Like, you don't do
for
that
real.
to people.
Yeah, like you lying on people, and then all of a sudden they're like, we always knew. You're like,
And then doing an interview with Diane Sawyer, and I'm like, what? I remember watching
what
it, like,
in the hell?
What in the hell is going on here?
And now she's a lesbian.
And I was on a side note. She's a lesbian. How can you be a lesbian?
Well, she's now female dating another female.
She went through the transition, the full transition.
Oh, that I'm not sure.
I don't think you can be until you go through. You got to cut it off.
But I mean, isn't she a female? Is she considered a female?
I don't know. It's too deep.
Listen,
too deep.
she's a lesbian now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going.
No, see, I'm not giving
She's
her
a
credit.
conservative Republican who's now a lesbian.
The thing, you know what I don't like about her?
What?
And a lot of people, they got an issue with nothing until the one issue that affects them directly.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? Like, she
Mhm.
don't like the whole. She like, she's still Republican, which is fine.
Yeah.
But you don't got a problem with nothing except
No.
for the fact that they don't accept transvestites.
Yeah,
Transgender. Forgive me, the LGBTQA. What is it?
LGBTQ.
I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just saying, like, it's good to have that as your agenda, but she's like, I'm not really sure how I stand because of, how they feel about my people.
She's a lesbian conservative Republican.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm
Transvestite.
rolling
Transgender.
Transgender.
Oh my god. Is she transgender though? Don't you gotta go through the change? Or you just
I don't
put
know.
makeup on and just say, I am a woman because I feel like I'm a woman. I was born this way, even without the genitalia.
But if you feel like it, isn't that... I don't know.
Anyway, so...
But can we talk about Rob for a second?
Okay.
Can we talk about, like...
That's another one. Hitting home.
He's... Yeah. Talk about mental illness. Oh, my God.
I feel bad for that guy, for real. I really do. Like, he ain't had a chance.
No.
You see how they treated him back when he was Skinny Rob?
Yeah. But first of all, that's what you get for treating other people like garbage.
Who did he treat like garbage?
Remember he was always talking about Adrienne Bailon? How, like...
I mean, just because you cheat on somebody doesn't mean...
But he would tell her nobody's checking for you because you're just a cheetah girl.
I think he was saying it funny. I don't think he was...
I think he was saying it... Because this is how those people talk to each other. They do the whole, like, it's just a joke. You can't take a joke.
Right.
No, he meant it.
If I said it, I meant it. Bite my tongue for no one. Call me evil or unbelievable. Shout out to Biggie.
Biggie Smalls is the illest. So, yeah.
But back to Caitlyn. I wanted to bring up something with Caitlyn. The thing about it is that Caitlyn is very, like, that whole drama with the family.
Yeah.
And then, like, you still got drama with your own, like, your Jenner, like, your sons
family.
and...
Yeah, like, why don't you work on your relationship with that and not worried about...
Making the decision, like, Brody got married and he was like, oh, I have an engagement in Australia.
Yeah.
Bro, like, really?
Yeah.
Or, not bro, sus.
Sus.
Sus. Yeah, it's just... I just think that whole KarJenner family is just... Like, I'm not a fan, yo. I just like to talk about them because they make me feel better about myself. Because I might not have their money, but
I don't have their problems either.
Yeah, I don't have their problems, but I don't have their personality either.
No.
I just don't think that, like, everybody makes it seem like Kim's such a sweetheart. Like, all these people...
No, she's not.
I don't get that vibe. I think she's like that
mean
fake...
as shit.
She's mean girl.
She's mean as shit.
I just... And fake. And just... I don't know. They had footage of her at the On the Run tour. I'm so glad we went to that.
Oh, that was so
you
good.
know, after you start seeing the pictures afterwards, you're like, oh, I'm glad I saw that.
The crowd going
that shit was so good. But, like, she was at the show when it was in LA, and I'm like, I hope she didn't try to go backstage and be like, "What up, B?" But I'm like, she probably didn't, because she probably knew better. There are no pictures of her posing with Beyonce, but there's a million other pictures of everybody else posing with Beyonce.
I don't know. That relationship is so odd. Although I don't know if Kanye and Jay-Z, their friendship is still strained or not. But what's the line? My girls. What? How does it go? Your girl's a Kardashian.
I don't know.
My girls. Something.
Who said
Jay-Z.
That?
My girl's and your girl's a Kardashian.
I ain't never heard Jay-Z mention them by name. I gotta know what song this is. Think on it.
Let me think on that one.
I don't know.
But I always wonder, like, are they friends? Are they friendly? Or, like, not at all?
I don't think they're friends.
Do their kids play with each other?
Kanye, I'm sure, felt stupid because Jay-Z and Beyonce posted a picture of themselves in the back of a limo, and it looked like she was wearing Yeezys, and it turns out that they were the imitation Yeezys. They were like $50.
Really?
Kanye posted, in the caption he wrote family, and then like reposted the picture and wrote family.
Right. And
then when everybody called, like, bro, those are not Yeezys, he like deleted his whole social media and everything. Again. Damn. I don't know.
I want to talk about, that's trending.
Since we're talking about Kanye.
Yeah. I want to talk about mental illness.
Good transition. But the boy is crazy. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm not a clinician on mental illness. Although I have been to therapy. Do you know what somebody, I forget who it was. They said, what's his name? They just broke up too. Ariana Grande's boyfriend.
First of all, Pete Davidson. I'm feeling a certain kind of way about it. Why? I have to tell you.
That they broke up?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Because it was so odd and crazy. But see, that's the thing. It's so odd and crazy. I was rooting for you.
Once Mac Miller died, that was it. You had to know that was going to be the end.
I did, but still.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I was still rooting for them. I feel like they could have. They're both quirky and odd, and she likes those slovenly white guys.
Does she? I only dated two that I know of.
Doesn't that show a pattern?
No, two guys is a pattern.
She's like 23, 22.
I know, but what's his name is black. The guy that was the first long-term relationship.
Right.
The rapper, I can't remember his name, but.
And then she had Mac Miller, and then Pete Davidson.
Right. The pattern to me is not like race. It's more so
like individual.
No, just like out there. Just got like a creative. Like the mind is racing. Right. When I think of rappers, I think like they're constantly thinking of raps and rhymes. Right. You know. And I don't know if I cannot remember his name. The guy that she dated, the first guy. But I don't know if he had like a substance abuse issue or anything like that. But the other two did. Pete Davidson and Mac Miller. But back to with Kanye, Mac Miller on SNL when he was like, Pete Davidson, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When he was on SNL and he was talking about just because you got mental illness.
Mental illness is not an excuse for being an asshole.
Right.
Take the meds.
Yep. It was just true. I don't like when people blame one person's bad behavior on one thing. Like, all people that live in the Midwest are not, they're not farmers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not all Trump supporters.
No.
They're not all, working in the mill.
No. Yeah.
All people that live in the city are not rich and famous.
No.
There's a lot of poor people in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Tons. So I just don't like when people make a general statement about one person based on...
So just because you're mentally ill doesn't mean that it's okay.
Right. Just because Kanye... has always been this way. And now they try to say it's because it's the passing of his mother's death. There's a lot of people who have lost their mother.
Yeah.
Like, people are blaming... They're trying to find out every little avenue that they can use to explain away his behavior, when the fact of the matter is he's an asshole.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think So it's so tough. So I've lost both my parents. And, you know, you go through a moment in your life with fog and all that stuff. But as far as, like, where my mental health is, I don't know. I've had asshole moments, but I haven't turned into a full-fledged asshole because of it. And I just think that, you know, it's just so much that we don't know about it because, you know, he's admitted to having been in a sunken place. But now, what exactly are his ailments or diagnosis? Is he clinically depressed on top of schizophrenia, clinically depressed schizophrenia on top of, you know, self-harm? Like, what are we talking here? There's such a broad spectrum.
I think it's like I was saying before, I think it's unfair whatever kind of depression he's exhibiting, if he's bipolar or whatever, you know, the first person celebrity that I ever, well, I should say, actually the first celebrity that I know of that ever came out as bipolar, that I can remember. Obviously, there's probably others, but that I can physically and, you know, really reality, whatever, remember,
right,
was Maurice Bernard from General Hospital.
Right.
He was on Oprah, and he, you know, his character went through it, and
yes.
And then the first A-list star that I can recall, you can refresh my memory if it's somebody that you think of, that I can think of, would be Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
She came out as bipolar like 10 years ago or so.
Oh, more than that, right? When she started,
I don't know. I
stopped doing
like 10,
movies
but
and started doing T-Mobile commercials.
She came out, and so neither one of those mofos is out here, you know, spewing
pure
slavery
hate
was a choice. Let's eradicate the 13th Amendment. Like, really, bro? Like, you're ignorant. So blaming it on bipolar is just not cool.
But is he blaming it on bipolarism, or is that other people for him?
Other people for him. I mean, he says he's bipolar, and he says that he's like, I can't sleep, I'm up, and like, he's diagnosing him. The things that he's saying about himself are symptoms of being bipolar. Right. So whether he's saying he's bipolar or not, the symptoms that he says that he has are symptoms of bipolar. So I'm gonna go where he says he's bipolar.
Asymptomatic of bipolar. Yeah. Okay.
And that the thoughts that he has and the things that he says, he's attributing it to bipolarism. Because of the fact that he says, I'm saying it because I can't sleep and this is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? It's like, those, you can be bipolar, but don't use
being
what
bipolar,
you think about.
Yeah.
You know, symptomatic of it. It's just not, he's whack, yo. But he's always been whack.
Yeah.
Ever since the day where Jay-Z shouted him out on the track, yo, Kanye, whatever the hell he said, back in the day, you know, like, whatever album that was, Blueprint. But it's like, then when he came out with his own shit, he just, remember when he showed up at the awards with a bottle of Hennessy?
Yeah. And
sat in the front row with his shirt open with Amber Rose?
Yeah.
It was like, or when he jumped on stage and was like, took the mic from Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But,
or when he went on TV and was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Now black people looking at you, Kanye, you don't care about black people. So it's like, bro, this has been.
But slavery was a choice.
Right. It was. You didn't know that? We should get rid of the 13th Amendment, you know.
But I don't understand. But see, and that's where, like, how does your intellectual focus shift so wide? I need connecting of these dots here. How do you feel like, you know, George Bush doesn't care about black people, but then you think that the current administration truly does care about black people? And I know every administration is different. Just because you have one party affiliation, you don't embody, you know, you don't always embody all the things that, you know, it's an individual. The party doesn't embody everything. So I get it. I don't need those dots connected. What I need connected for me is, how do you go in such polarized ideas? Go ahead.
No, I want you to finish.
Where you're in one moment spewing that an administration doesn't care about minorities, but on the other end, you know, another administration doesn't care about minorities. That's where I'm having an issue.
Because he's getting his news information from a medium called the Kardashians.
But but then you hear him constantly saying how they're telling him to shut up because they're gonna lose it all.
Well, that's the medium he chose to listen to.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe that he's misinformed. It's like when it's like somebody that gets their news from Facebook.
Yeah.
Or Twitter.
Right.
Without really,
right, yeah.
There's people that, like, remember during the elections with Hillary versus Trump?
Yeah.
How much, you remember Facebook, how people were, like, putting stuff on there that was not true.
Yeah.
And they're believing it.
Yeah.
And so he falls into that thing. It's the whole symptom of Roseanne calling Valerie Jarrett a monkey and that she's Muslim. It's this whole thing, the saying Barack Obama is not an American because he was born in Hawaii. It's like you're misinformed. Kanye is misinformed. He's choosing to get his news, fake news, from outlets that don't serve him right.
Can we just touch on that 1 second? I don't understand how it's okay for you to call somebody an immigrant when they were born in the United States, but when someone's parent was born in the United States, they were not born in the United States. And it's okay for them to run for presidency. That's where I'm having.
Wait, who's not born in the United States?
So remember how they were saying Barack's presidency is illegitimate because he was not born in the United States?
Last time I checked, Hawaii was the United States. But go ahead.
Right. No, but he's born in Kenya apparently. I don't know. And who cares if he's Muslim? It's not illegal to be Muslim.
But he's not. That's the whole point.
But be that as it may, it doesn't matter. All things being equal, it still doesn't matter.
Right.
But then, who's the homeboy who was born in Canada, but his mom's American? The Republican.
Oh, but he's, that was Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, he's not born in fucking America.
I know.
How is it legitimate for him to run for anything?
I know.
But he's like, but my mom was born here.
Lying
Who
Ted.
gives a shit? But who gives a shit?
I know.
How is it okay for you to say spew hate on one side, but for you, like, word? But whatever.
And remember the drama that they gave John McCain because he was born in Guantanamo Bay, was it?
Oh yeah.
The tunnel or one of
yes.
the not Guantanamo.
Holy goodness.
Well, whatever.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, whatever. I mean, we can do a whole new show on that.
But I feel like that's mental illness.
Yeah.
That's genuine mental illness.
Well, I don't know if it's mental illness or it's like refusing, coming with every excuse possible to prove your point, even if and just throwing shit at the wall. Like I was talking about offline about throwing shit at the wall until it sticks.
I swear that's mental illness.
Okay. I don't want to give credit. I don't want mental illness. Like, mental illness is real and everybody should not be painted with that brush. So throwing shit at a wall and being an asshole
are not to be
deserved.
No,
you don't
it's
deserve
not
to
the
be
same.
called mental illness.
Right. It's not an excuse.
You're being a jerk. You know that you ain't right. You know.
But that's the thing. If you know you're not right and you're still trying to prove yourself right, isn't that mental illness?
No, it's being stubborn. It's being an asshole.
Stupid. Okay. Yeah.
Mental illness is real. It's like you can't be painting everybody with that brush.
Yeah.
I don't know. But with Kanye, before we wrap it up, I just think that at the end of the day, he's whack. He's an asshole.
He is not enough.
And he does have mental illness, and we are painting him with that brush.
Yeah.
Because he's shown it for years. It's not like a moment in time. This is not brand new information.
No.
And you know what pissed me off too? He said that wearing the MAGA hat makes him feel like a man. Standing next to Hillary made him feel emasculated.
What does that say about him?
Right.
Don't make it a hat. Don't compare a hat and a female for your own personal. Like, I understand, like, people want to wear a pretty dress and feel pretty. I get it. Mm-hmm. I do get it. But if you're comparing a hat and a human, I think that there's a problem.
The thing about it too is that if you look at somebody posted all these pictures that he took with, like, quote unquote powerful women or women leaders.
Right.
He's always got like a scowl, like a frown on his face.
Right.
And they're always smiling. Like, if you look at the picture he took with Sarah Sanders,
mm-hmm.
he's like,
yeah.
And then there's another picture that he took with it was Kim. It was another woman. I can't remember what the woman's name was. Politician, and he was standing there like.
See, I've from the little information that I have of his mom and the influence that she had in his life, he clearly has not dealt with his loss fully, and I get that. And I think he's projecting those feelings on women that he feels embody some sort of intelligence and progression of self.
But wouldn't he treat them with respect if that was how he saw his mother?
No. I think if you are genuinely have not been able to intellectually understand your feelings, I think you project, whether it be negative or positive, where you're looking for a mother in someone else and you know that they can't give that to you, you almost protect yourself with negative energy.
I'm sick of talking about him.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking to myself, I can't stand that family. Did we get this out of our system? We're probably going to mention him again down the line.
I hope not. I really want to get it out of my system because
like over them.
I respect the hustle, but at the same time, I think that we need to be real with it. I think enough is enough. Let's go back to plain and simple advertising.
Yeah, and as far as the podcast goes, I like our show, and I like, the topics that we choose and everything, but them Kardashians, man. And I think we do well when we have like a conversation filled with substance, but even when we have ones that we just laugh, like, what would your mama do if she fell,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I just feel like with them, it's like I can't do another show with them. Okay. Like, I mean, I guess if we mention them from time to time, but it's like I don't even want to talk about them. I'm like so over them. On so many levels, and now it's done reached to Kanye and the Jenners and oh god. Watch it as soon as we finish recording. Be like, Kim Kardashian just freed another woman from jail. She's like freeing the slaves.
But slavery was a choice.
I can't.
I mean, listen. To quote you always got a choice, baby girl.
What does that mean? How are you using my quote against me?
No, I'm not using it against you.
Oh.
You always got a choice, baby girl. And I get that. And I'm not going to speak firsthand because I have not been a slave.
Nor have I.
But.
Despite the hue.
But here's the thing. I don't imagine someone in shackles and being forced to do things that are unspeakable, where you completely damage families and you create systematic processes of the way people think. That is not a choice.
No.
That is not a choice. I watched this incredible documentary on eugenics. It was so eye-opening, and I have a lot to say about that. But that'll be another show.
Write it down. Noted.
Tamieka?
Yes?
You are enough.
Thank you.
And I love you.
Love you too. Good show. Where can they catch us?
Yes. 18.
Holler. Y'all have a good week now, right?
And stop Googling the Kardashians. Bye.